Alright, hey everyone. Okay, so I nearly didn't do a video discussion on this one because honestly, I really didn't know what to say, but I saw that a lot of people had started to pick up the story and a few sites were starting to run with it, and a few places have started to take it a bit out of context, and a few people are sort of claiming, oh, it's going this direction, Sega are taking Sonic in this direction, when that's not the case whatsoever. So I figured I would sort of talk about this interview and basically give my thoughts and opinions on it, and you guys can discuss it in the comments as to if you agree with me, or if you think it's something else, or there's something else going on here. But basically what happened is Japanese website 4gamer.net conducted an interview with Takashi Iizuka, and it's only just recently come to light here in the West, but based on the actual date of the interview, it looks like it's about a month old now, so we're quite slow in picking this one up. But anyway, the interview itself is about Team Sonic Racing. That's what 99% of the content of the interview actually is. But there's two questions which people are sort of picking up on, and basically it's the fact that people are just picking up on these 2 points is kind of making the interview out to be, oh, this was a discussion about the future of Sonic, when it's not. It was actually a discussion on Team Sonic Racing. So I've linked to the actual interview in the video description, and please do give it a read after this video, because it's a really, really good interview. Quite a lot of times when people do interviews with video game companies, you're lucky if you get an answer which is basically outside of what was written on a press release. And whilst there's a little bit of that here, Iizuka does give some really good answers to the questions. So what does he talk about in this interview? Well, he talks about what Team Sonic Racing was in terms of a design. He talks about how the game was designed, the problems that they faced designing that, so all the team play mechanics, the various problems that they had with what they wanted to do. He talks about why it just features Sonic characters only. He talks about the music decisions, the track decisions. There's quite a lot here. There's quite a lot of good stuff here, so you definitely do want to check it out. It's not in incredible detail, it's kind of surface level stuff, but there is some stuff which we haven't heard before, so definitely give this interview a check out because it is a really, really good read. And he also talks about how he likes to use the various characters in the game. So there's quite a few personal stuff put into this one as well. But the thing that's got people really excited and that's creating quite a bit of buzz at the moment comes at the very end of the interview. So it's quite common for interviewers, when they're at the very end of their time with whoever it is they're talking to, or if they've got a set number of questions they can present, they kind of throw out some, let's call them left-fieldy kind of questions, which they know they're probably not going to get an answer on, but they kind of want to just give out, just in case they could get something. They're kind of like Hail Mary type questions. You're probably not going to get a response, but you might just get a little teeny hint, especially if the interview's gone pretty well. And that's exactly what 4Gamer did. So the actual question that they asked, and I'm paraphrasing here from the Google translation, was basically this. Lastly, tell us about the future prospects for the Sonic series. Sonic will reach his 30th anniversary in 2021, in 2 years' time. But are you already working towards that? And Mr. Iizuka responds with the following. I think that we must start planning for the 30th anniversary now. I think I would like to do something new for that. So, yeah, again, I'm paraphrasing here. The actual translated quote is, we are thinking that we must start planning for the 30th anniversary. I think I would like to do some new challenges. So I'm paraphrasing there because obviously translating directly from Japanese is never a really good idea. But the take that I get from this is that the 30th anniversary celebrations are still in their very, very infant stages yet. In terms of actually making a video game for them, they're probably just starting to really get some serious focus on that. Obviously, because of how big Sonic Team is and how big Sega is, they're always prototyping new games, there's always a game in development, there's always something that they're planning to release. But in terms of an actual game for the 30th anniversary, it sounds like that they do have something in mind, but whether it is going to actually come out on the 30th anniversary or not is another question in itself. I would be amazed if it's not. But the key point here is I think I would like to do some new challenges. Well, to me, that sounds like if they are going to release a new game for the 30th anniversary, it's not going to be a direct sequel to something. So it's not going to be something like Sonic Generations 2, Sonic Adventure 3, or even Mania 2. It's probably going to be a completely new standalone Sonic title, if they do decide, yeah, we'll bring a new game out for the 30th. So I think that's kind of the key point you can take away from that one, that if they are making a game for this time, it's probably going to be a brand new standalone title, and obviously there's no clue there as to what that could possibly be. But anyway, the other thing that 4Gamer says, which a few people are taking out of context here, is the following. With the series coming out every year, it's always hard to think about new things. What hot topics, such as esports titles in recent years? Yeah, I think what they're trying to ask is, Sonic games typically come out once every... There typically seems to be a new Sonic game every year. Have you thought about incorporating any popular trends into your titles, such as esports, which I think is kind of what the rough question is. And Iizuka responds with, I think if I had the chance someday, but since Sonic is mainly based on platforming, it may be a bit difficult in esports. However, as in Team Sonic Racing, I would like to continue to challenge in a different genre from the action game. Perhaps there is a possibility that esports games will be born in that. So I kind of get why they asked this, because this is something that even I brought up way back when I talked about Team Sonic Racing in my EGX videos, that potentially this could have been a really, really competitive, really well done esports title. And I know that some people on the PC have tried to set up mini tournaments and a small esports community, which unfortunately hasn't gone very well due to the connection problems that game's been having. So I kind of understand why he asked that. And I think Iizuka's answer here is perfectly reasonable, that he doesn't say, no, there will never be any esports in Sonic, because it's very rare that any developer will outrightly say, we will never, ever, ever, ever incorporate this into our games, because you just wouldn't do that, especially when it's something as vague as would you ever incorporate, I don't know, battle mode, or two-player mode, or whatever? Would you incorporate any kind of esports support? They would never say with something like that, no, we're never, ever, ever going to do it. But I think it's kind of clear from Iizuka's response that they have absolutely no plans whatsoever to incorporate esports into standard Sonic games. But Team Sonic Racing, there is that possibility due to the nature of that game. So yeah, that's kind of my take from that. The main thing here is that for the 30th anniversary, if there is a game in development and planning for it, it most likely is going to be a brand new Sonic title, in that it's not going to be a direct follow-up to a previous game that we've already had. And the esports thing, I think kind of the reason why they've brought that up is because they were doing a huge interview about Team Sonic Racing, so they asked, oh yeah, Team Sonic Racing kind of has this esports vibe to it. Would you ever put that in other Sonic games? And Iizuka's like, no, we probably won't do that. But if people find some esports possibility in there, go right ahead. But yeah, that's my take from this. So it does sound like at least that they are going to be doing something for the 30th anniversary. But again, we're looking at least 2 years away in 2021. So they are obviously planning something, but there's no details yet, and we're not likely to get any details on this for at least a year now. But it was just a little thing that I noticed and figured I would give my thoughts and opinions on that. So anyway, what about you lot? What's your take from this interview? Are you excited about this? What do you want for the 30th anniversary? Let me know down there in the comment box. Whoa, what's that? A comment box? I can post my comments in there? Hell yeah, you can post your comments in there. You can comment on anything that I've talked about in this video. Whoa! So yeah, go right ahead and post your thoughts and opinions on this. I'm interested to hear what you think about this and what you think might actually come out for the 30th anniversary. Okay guys, that's all I've got to say right now. New scheduled video coming out later this week. Check me out for that one. Thanks very much for watching guys, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye. Hey guys, thanks for checking out my video. If you found this video interesting and enjoyed it, please click that like and subscribe button. And if you know anybody else who might be interested, please share it with your fellow friends and minions. If you want to continue the adventures, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And if you'd like to support the work I do further, please consider backing me on Patreon. Or if you'd just like to make a one-off donation, why not treat me to a coffee? Links to both are in the video description. Even the smallest donation is a huge help to keeping this channel going. But most of all, just thank you for taking the time out to watch this video and enjoy the work I do. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you.